Hey guys, Caps here with a new video. MOP Prot Warrior, Cooldown classification and management analysis. Let's get into it. The first thing we'll be doing today is classify our different defensive cities into 4 categories. The first one being our major and strongest cities. Then comes the second one containing our panic or crap buttons. Then the third one with our minor defensive cities. And in last, the fourth category containing our junk cities, which are strong enough to be significant, but also too weak to be properly classified in any of the 3 other categories. Many of our cities may play multiple roles, and so you'll find them in more than one group. In the major city category, for example, we have Shield Wall, our strongest damage reduction city, then Avatar, a damage and most importantly rage boost city, then Last Stand, our second best effective health city, which can also be used as a panic button thanks to its healing effect. And so in the panic button category we have Last Stand as our best, strongest oh crap button, then Rallying Cry as the second best, then Enrage Regeneration, which also applies a hut after the initial heal, then Heroic Leap, which can be used to instantly put some distance between you and whatever is trying to kill you, then Intimidating Shout, which can be used on many ads and trashes to instantly CC them and prevent them from finishing you off. Note that because of their movement requirement, Heroic Leap and Intimidating Shout are limited to situations where you or the mobs you are tanking can freely move without endangering your group or yourself even some more. In the minor city category we have Demoralizing Shout, our second best damage reduction city, then Rallying Cry again, which can be used as an alternative effective health boost whenever Last Stand isn't available, either for yourself or for your entire raid. Then we have Demoralizing Banner, which can be used as a raid or personal minor damage reduction city. With those also come our self-healing cities, Impending Victory or Enrage Regeneration, which can be used whenever healing feels less fluid, or simply put aside and used as panic buttons. The rest of our defensive cities will be mostly dumped in the junk category, as they are either too situational or simply too weak to be classified as a minor city. They include our Disarm ability, Spell Reflection, which are both useful on many trashes and ads and even some bosses to reduce or completely avoid incoming damage. Then we have Shout, Berserker Rage and Charge combined with Heroic Leap to provide some extra rage whenever rage becomes an issue. Then in last but not least we have Vigilance and Safeguard as single target rage utilities. Now, before we move on to how we should be managing all of these abilities, let's focus first a bit more on panic buttons and how they can be used to be as effective as possible. A panic button can be defined as a life-saving ability you simply hit whenever your life suddenly drop unexpectedly and very dangerously, and you don't have more than a few seconds to react before the next potential killing blow. Paladin's Lay on Hands ability, for example, is probably the best panic button in the whole game from a tanking perspective, as it has that capability to instantly bring you to full health, turning an extremely dangerous position into the safest possible position. Our Last Stand ability as warriors isn't bad at all neither, and is one of the best panic buttons in the game. But why is it even better than Shield Wall as a panic button? The answer isn't that obvious, as technically in general, and I do insist on the in general part, Shield Wall provides way more effective health than Last Stand could ever provide. And there are exceptions to this, but in 99% of the time that's exactly the case. And yet when I see my life suddenly dropping to some 5 or 10% HP, I almost always go hit that last turn button instead of my shield wall button. And this is simply because of how these two abilities provide their effective health once they are activated. If you're a bit new to tanking in general, effective health or EH simply represents the amount of raw damage you can take at any given time before dying and before any damage is reduced through your armor and damage reduction buffs. This amount of raw damage will vary according to your current life and net maximum life, and according to your overall damage reduction. When you activate Shield Wall, you increase your EH by reducing incoming damage by 40% for 12 seconds, which is a lot. However, since EH also depends on your current life, if your HP is low, the amount of damage you will be able to take will remain low, even with Shield Wall active. So if, for example, you are at 5% HP, the 40% damage reduction would only allow you to take 8.3% of your life as damage before dying, which isn't really much. However, using last stand at 5% HP would simply allow you to take 35% of your life as damage before actually dying, which is over 4 times more damage than what Shield Wall provided in this same situation. And Last Stand will actually keep providing more EH than Shield Wall in a panicking moment till it's activated at exactly 45% of your HP. Below 45% life, thus Last Stand is our best panic button, and it's only above 45% life that Shield Wall becomes better. Calculations of this is down below in the descriptions as always. Now, this means that in general, HP increasing abilities or healing abilities are better panic buttons than damage reduction abilities. And I insist on the panic button part, because this is only true during the panicking moment, which rarely lasts more than a few seconds. And so, for example, once you lose the initial 30% health increase or heal granted when you hit Last Stand, the only other time Last Stand actually increases your EH again is when you are healed past 76.9% of your current max HP, since it also increases your max HP by 30%. However, Hidden Shield Wall will continuously increase your EH by reducing damage regardless of your life, unless you drop at 0% and die, of course. So yes, during those panicking moments, hitting a life increasing ability will always be more helpful than even our best damage reduction ability. Now, this also implies that once you are brought back to a higher HP level, damage reduction abilities will tend to take over again, as they will continuously provide EH regardless of you being at max HP or a bit lower. It is very important you understand this concept, because in 99% of the time a damage spike and thus a panicking moment is what will end up killing you, and so the more you can manage them, the most likely you'll be to survive through them. This means your cooldown management will be key in most situations, and I will be detailing exactly that in the part 2 of this analysis, and suggest how our different cooldowns can be used optimally and effectively during and after a panicking moment. In any case, I hope this here was helpful in some way. As always, feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe. Thanks a lot for sticking around, and see you in the next one.